till guns and knives like some.
Watch this! Jump in my ride, go to the post office. Jump out my ride, to buy one stamp. Put that stamp on the letter. Send a letter to the one I love. God, tell me, who do you love? I tell you, I love nobody. Chicago, Connect, Juju, Plum. Gal, where you coming from? Dumping sounds of I'm beginning. You must take me silly. Jump in my ride, go to the landmark. Jump out my ride, pick out one spot. Save my money every weekend. Put a little bit down on one lot. God, tell me, who do you love? I tell you, I love nobody. Chicago, Connect, Juju, Plum. Gal, where you coming from? Diamond sounds of and Billy. You must take me silly. Jump in the ride, go to the hardware. Buy some lumber, buy some lead. Take that lumber to my lord, and with that lumber I build one house. God, tell me, who do you love? I tell you, I love nobody. God, tell me, who do you love? I tell you, I love nobody. Chicago, Connect, Juju, come. Gal, where you coming from? Diamond sounds of and Billy. You must take me silly. Let's go! You look so good, gal, anyway. I want to give you brighter days to share my love and dreams so far. You are my island queen, aha. Gal, you get your basket and hat. Put on your hair to hide your plait. Gal, you so sweet like pumpkin pie. Gal, dry eye and please don't cry. Hey! Jump in the ride, go to the dressmaker. You get measured for one dress. Dress in white and it get lace. You got the chick right round your waist. God, tell me, who do you love? I tell you, I love nobody. Chicago, Connect, Juju, Plum. Gal, where you coming from? Diamond sounds of and Billy. You must take me silly. Jump in my ride, go to the church. Who you walk with down the aisle? Who you put in your front seat? Who you ride home to your house? Yeah, tell me, who do you love? I tell you, I love nobody. Yeah, tell me, who do you love? I tell you, I love nobody. Chicago, Connect, Juju, Plum. Gal, where you coming from? Diamond sounds of and Billy. You must take me silly. Chicago, Connect, Chicago, Connect, Chicago, Connect, Chicago, Connect, eh, Chicago, Connect, Chicago, Connect, Chicago, Connect, Chicago, Connect. Come on, baby now. Come on, baby now. Come on, baby now. Come on, baby now. Just tell me, come on, baby now. Come on, baby now. Sing out for Connect. 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 Hey, y'all, where you coming from? Where you coming from?
Big fight in Bain Town. Somebody tripped Mary down, and everybody know Mary don't take no mess. She roll until she find a tree, struggle up on a busted knee, tuck away her queen size cotton dress. Who did her wrong? She did not know, but somebody started laughing, so Mary started swinging left and right. Mary just one gal, that's true, but she big enough to be a zoo, and it's a sin what she would do in a barroom fight. You better run, Corporal Turner, run, run, run. Send for the man of war, tell them bring their gun. People used to say Jack Turner don't play, he break your head for fun. But when Benton woman catch a fire, even the devil run. Mary figured she was wrong, so when Turner say, come along, she marched like a soldier to the jail, jail, jail. But when she see inside that cell, her blood boil up, her pressure swell, Mary ran down hell on Turner's tail. The table fly out through the door, Turner sail across the floor. This ain't no place to be, that woman mad, she mad. He blow his whistle just for pride, grab the bike, start to ride. Corporal Turner hide in the bakery yard. You better run, Corporal Turner, run, run, run. Send for the man of war, tell them bring their gun. People used to say Jack Turner don't play, he break your head for fun. But when Benton woman catch a fire, even the devil run. Mary figured she was wrong, so when Turner say, come along, she marched like a soldier to the jail, jail, jail. But when she see inside that cell, her blood boil up, her precious well, Mary ran down hell on Turner's tail. The table fly out through the door, Turner sail across the floor. This ain't no place to be, that woman mad, she mad. He blow his whistle just for pride, grab the bike, start to ride. Corporal Turner hide in the bakery yard. You better run, Corporal Turner, run, run, run. Send for the man of war, tell them bring their gun. People used to say Jack Turner don't play, he break your head for fun. But when Benton woman catch a fire, even the devil run. Corporal Turner, run, run, run. Send for the man of war, tell them bring their gun. People used to say Jack Turner don't play, he break your head for fun. But when Benton woman catch a fire, even the devil run. Oh, run, Corporal Turner, run, run, run. Send for the man of war, tell them bring their gun. People used to say Jack Turner don't play, he break your head for fun. But when Benton woman catch a fire, even the devil run. Oh, run, Corporal Turner, run, run, run. Send for the man of war, tell them bring their gun. People used to say Jack Turner don't play, he break your head for fun. But when Benton woman catch a fire, even the devil run.
Listen everybody, let me tell you something. It's time to change the way you dancing like they out of control. Even if you're hiding, looking very happy, don't look strange, that's the way jungle will go. The rhythm of jungle is supposed to make you move. Don't feel strange, can't bad. Shake your body like you're crazy. Jump around and count like you're mad. Dance, shake, jump, whine, move, groove, twist, all time. Dance, shake, jump, and whine. Everybody, join the party. This what jungle moves about. Dance, shake, jump, move, groove, twist. You gotta do it on time. Dance, shake, whine, move, 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 move. Jump up, jump up, jump up, jump up, jump up, jump up. Dance, shake, jump, whine, move, groove, twist, all time. Dance, shake, jump, and whine. Everybody, join the party. This what jungle moves about. Everybody, count like you're crazy. This what jungle moves about. Everybody, hey, hey, hey. This what jungle moves about. Everybody, count like you're crazy, yeah. Jump up. This what jungle moves about. Everybody, come on and have some fun. Hey, hey, jump to the jungle dance. Dance, everybody dance. Everybody, you got to put your left leg, put your right side, put your whole body. Have some fun and dance. Come on. Join the party, come on and have some fun, come on. Hey, have some fun. Join the party. Hey, hey, everybody. Move your back. Join the party like you're crazy, I say yeah. Like you're crazy.
Oh yeah, oh, oh yeah, oh, oh yeah, oh, anana, oh yeah, oh, oh yeah, oh, and oh yeah, oh, oh yeah, oh, anana, oh yeah, oh.
High, so high, the cost of living has gone sky high. So high, sky high, the cost of living has gone so high. You better go back home, check out the family tree, get these property, boy, silent life is sweet. Then in the back The customer service, so compassionate, they ain't greedy for themselves, looking out for someone else. High, so high, the cost of living has gone sky high. So high, sky high, the cost of living has gone sky high. We must not let tradition and culture slip away. We've got another day, do it right away. Let's put our heads together and get into the culture. Oh yeah, do you hear what I'm saying? So high, the cost of living is going sky high. So high, sky high, the cost of living is going so high. Oh yeah, all time. I'm talking about I got people corn in the backyard every weekend, fresh meat, everything I want, everything I need, right down in the island. So high, oh yeah, but I'm living, so good, good. Come on back home, come on down. Oh yeah, Lord. Hey, I love.
Stop the world, I wanna get off. Stop the world and let me off. Tired of going round and round. I've played the game of love and loss. You stop the world and let me off. Stop the world and let me off. I'm tired of going round and round. I've played the game of love and loss. You stop the world and let me off. My dreams crumble, don't you see? You no longer care for me. I miss the wonders of your kiss. Why did you leave me here like this? Stop the world and let me off. I'm tired of going round and round. I've played the game of love and loss. You stop the world and let me off. Stop the world, I wanna get off. I'm tired of going round and round. I've played the game of love and loss. You stop the world and let me off. Let me off. So tired of going round and round. Stop the world and let me off. I'm tired of going round and round. I played the game of love and loss. You stop the world and let me off. Stop the world, I wanna get off. I'm tired of going round and round. I played the game of love and loss. You stop the world and let me off. My dreams crumble, don't you see? You no longer care for me. I miss the wonders of your kiss. Why did you leave me here like this? Stop the world and let me off. I'm tired of going round and round. I play the game of love and loss. You stop the world and let me off. Stop the world, I wanna get off. I'm tired of going round and round. I play the game of love and loss. You stop the world and let me off. I wanna get off.
have a dream where the powerful and the powerless will sit at the same table, where the haves will see the have-nots, not as burdens, but as brothers, where class will not divide us, but conviction will unite us. I have a dream that the oligarchs will remember we must all eat, that the brown-faced neo-colonialists will remember who they are and whose they are. I have a dream that fraternities will build beyond internal architecture into a national bond, that the walls of design will give way to the bridges of brotherhood, not a fraternity of symbol, but a brotherhood of substance. I have a dream that we remain focused, that we stay in our conviction and remain fearless, that we double down, fortified, to return this Bahamaland to the foundation.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is The Foundation with Howard Grant. Grateful to be in your company. Wonderful to be here today on this Advanced Poll Day. This is Advanced Poll for the constituency of Golden Isles. Golden Isles down there in the western part, the southwestern part of Nassau, being able to rally the troops together and get some things happening. But it's grateful to be in your company. Always grateful to be here with you as we continue to be able to jam. I got a shout out my good, decent people. Crystal Select. Crystal Select. So praise God. I just like Crystal Select, guys. I'm out there being able to provide you with premium drinking water here in the Bahamas, right there on East Street, South Nassau. Give them a call at 325-1416, 325-1416. The locally drank water, locally bottled water. They got everything available for you. You want to be able to go and get that. And you know what? Coming up in this kind of a Christmas holiday, if you want to, you can be able to go down there and ask my good friend, Brother Clark, to be able to kind of put your own labels on that. This is what they do for you, right? So you can go down there and you can get your own labels on the bottles and be able to get your own things done for your event, whether that's going to be a special event that you have, whether it's a party, whether it's, just want to be able to put some trinkets in bags. You know, a lot of persons got their parties going to be coming up, Christmas parties and so forth and so on. And so whatever you need to do in that kind of a space, you want to be able to get that done. Crystal Select can be able to provide you and help you with that. Crystal Select. Amen. Praise God. Crystal Select. And I also want to be able to, my business partner called me last week and said to me, he says, Howard, did we say that the realigner was out? I said, yeah, I think I did. Right? The realigner is out. I gave you the first copy and I showed you exactly what was on the first copy and being able to do that. This is available in Grand Bahama. It's available in, I just sent it to Grand Bahama. It's going to be in Long Island tomorrow, right? It's going to be in Long Island. We're going to be doing those things. Let me just pull up a paper for you. This is our most recent edition, the Realigner newspaper, Golden Isles by-election. The man, what did I say? The man, the machine, the moment. The man, the machine, the moment, right? All right. You would normally know it as the man, the myth, the legend, right? The man, the machine, the moment. We're going to take our time to be able to talk about these things. I want to shout out to all those persons that continue to be able to do advertisements with us. Nice and big and bright in the back of the paper. You can be able to see this. We're looking for you. And also got to shout out my good, decent church brothers and sisters over at Bahama Harvest that continues to be able to support us. Some great, great pieces in the papers today, guys. I want you guys to be able to be a part of that and read into it. See exactly what's what and how we are making some stuff happen. So we're grateful, guys. Always grateful to be here with you. And we're going to talk a little bit of politics today. But before I do that, I want to let you know I will need you to advertise now. Advertise now. The holiday season is here. For our last edition of the year, that we're going to be able to do sort of a synopsis of the entire year and really talk about those particular things. The holiday season is here. And so if you want to be able to do some advertisements with us, we can do a bundle package. Guys, do not disregard, scoff at, look down upon our humble beginnings. I'm going to say that to you. All right. I got to say this to you. A lot of persons are indifferent with the way that things are kind of structured and how they do some things, right? A lot of persons are indifferent because the tradition, give me half and half, can you do that? Yeah. A lot of people are kind of wrapped in this sort of an idea of how things are done, okay? They're consumed in this idea that you got to go traditional. Things are changing. Things are definitely changing. And in the midst of those things changing, we want to be able to provide an opportunity for you to be able to, to move in a different realm. If you understand what I'm saying. I'm not fighting you. We're not fighting you, right? But things are changing in the country. Things are changing around the world, right? Hold on, I got to answer this right here. Good afternoon, Nancy. How you doing?
Wonderful. How are you?
Nancy, you are on the air live with Howard Grant on the foundation. I just want to let you know that. Merry Christmas, happy birthday, happy holidays. What's happening with you?
Right here, right on my bike now, doing my exercise for the day.
You're doing your exercise for the day?
God, thanks and praise. Yes, just come out of prayer, thanking God for everything.
Praise God, Nancy. It's
God
wonderful to hear you. How are things with you?
I need you to call me.
I will call you after the show, Nancy.
Okay.
Good to hear from you, baby. Okay.
Yes, dear. You too.
Okay, Nancy.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to be able to be a part of what we're doing, give me a call, 827-0111, 827. That's a very good friend. She's been a friend of the show for a long time, and I'm very grateful for that. I'm grateful for persons that continue to be able to follow us and what we do. You can check us out on YouTube. You can check us out on TikTok. You can check us out on Facebook. And you can check us out on Instagram. I think we're on Instagram also. But you can be... We're not on Instagram? We're not on Instagram. Okay. Well, I guess we got to get... we got to get on Instagram. All right. Check us out. All right. For the most part, is the Foundation 242. You should be able to find that. And in the event that you're on YouTube and you can't find it, just type in RRB 242. And you could be able to pop up Righteous Realignment Bahamas, RRB 242. And it should be able to pop up, boop, and make that thing happen. All right. So we're grateful to be here and always grateful to jam with you. I must say this to you. I really do. I was starting to tell you about the advertisements. We're going to kind of surmise it and wrap it up for the year. Do our best in terms of being able to identify some of the larger moments of what's happened for the year 2025. We're going to have to talk about Vaughn Miller. We're going to have to talk about the hurricane. We can talk about with this paper must going to be about 40 pages. This is going to be a big paper. We can talk about a lot of stuff, right? Make your advertisements, man. Be a part of what we said. I'm starting to tell you that a lot of persons are kind of wrapped in this sort of an idea that let's go traditional. Or are you on the radio yet? Be on the radio. Yeah, but how about you doing? I can't hear you when I turn on my car. I'm radio. All right. We're not gonna fight you. You got an up-to-date car. You should be able to get tune-in radio and all these particular things. On December 17th, we're going to be up live and jamming on TuneIn Radio, so we will be a radio station. And on December 17th, on the 17th, we should also have our Fire Stick, Roku, Apple TV. Maybe not Apple. Apple is taking a little while longer, right? Fire Stick, Roku, Android TV. All of our apps should be up and running by the 17th of December. The 17th of December, we've invited some persons to come and join. Well, I say we've invited. We've put your name aside to invite you. Amen. My wife and my regional sales manager is responsible for that. I got to say my wife. I didn't have a title for her yet. I got to give her a specific, you know what I'm saying? But they're responsible for overseeing that and making sure everything is taken care of like that. So I'm excited, guys. I'm super excited. Advertise with us now in the Realigner. Come on, man. Don't fight me. Participate. Seed into what we're doing. We're doing something wonderful. Seed into the thing, man. Come on, man. We need your support. We need your support. I got to pay these people. Amen. This man and shaking his head. You need to pay us. And he only won. I need to pay these people. I got writers, and the paper is essentially free. When I say essentially, is that you should be able to go anywhere and pick the paper up. All right, we've made a decision not to put a price on the paper. We're not charging you for the newspaper. We don't want to charge you for the newspaper. It's a decision that we made. And the reason is we believe that it can get into more persons' hands and they could ingest the information and kind of move with that, as opposed to being able to, I got to bring some poinsettias when I come back, as opposed to being able to convince you to purchase another paper. So we don't want to do that. We want to find ourselves in a good position where we could be able to, you could see exactly what's what, you could pick up the newspaper and you could just keep moving like that. You understand what I'm saying? And so we're looking for that kind of advertisement to buy into what we're doing. Talk to me. To buy into what we're doing and then give us an opportunity to be able to kind of build on that. Give the paper away for free. We're making money with the, once we're making good money and we could sustain the paper in terms of our advertisements and what's coming in, and the stories and the development thereof and people being able to seed into that, the paper's free. So the paper's going to be free. All right. I don't see the necessity for being able to charge you for newspaper. That's just me. That's just me. I don't want to charge you for a newspaper. If I get into the math with you, it's going to be too long. But it don't make sense. Personally, it don't make sense. So we decided not to do it. All right. Some people may disagree, but we're not going to fight you. We lost everything. Mother's sick. Woke up Sunday morning. I don't know why. I couldn't sleep. Saturday night. We didn't go to church on Sunday. My wife and I. I thought she was going to go, you know. I thought that my wife was going to go to church. I thought that she would have said, baby, let's go to church, right? I didn't necessarily, I leave it to her. But I woke up around 6 a.m. This kind of time thing, this throwing me right off. I don't know. I mean, telling you the truth. I have been... It's really throwing me right off. I went to bed about 2 a.m. last night. 1:30, 1:45, something like that. And I got up this morning before 6. So, you know, I ain't catch no heavy sleep. I had to send in a couple of letters and reconstruct some stuff and do some stuff on my computer. So I was working, right? But Saturday night, Sunday morning, I woke up Sunday morning and just started to do some housework and went outside, did some yard work, and I was really just kind of doing all my stuff. And I was consumed with my thing, absolutely consumed with it, right? I had some guys come over and my crew, a little small crew, come over and, you know, clean up, do some stuff for me, right? And so I was sweeping the road. No, I was working Sunday morning. I was working. And Jesus looking at me like, and this boy wouldn't go to church, right? I didn't go to church. And times I got home, because I left my phone on charge inside the place. And times I got back inside to check out everything, Goldie's was on fire. Goldie's was on fire, engulfed in flames. And it was a wild thing. You have any pictures? You can get none? It was a wild thing. It was absolutely wild to see Goldie's on fire. Now, I saw Zedness out there first. Right? And so with ZNS out there, I didn't know exactly was what. I was just checking it out to see where we were and how these things were. So I can see the fire that was sort of concentrated in the center of Goldie's. And I know Goldie. In fact, I tried to call Goldie right after on his phone. And obviously I didn't get no telephone answer from him. But as I was looking at this, I said, oh my God, this is crazy. This thing started to billow. And I said, oh my God, this is going to burn down the whole thing. And Eddie's gone too. So Goldie is gone, Eddie gone, everything gone. On the strip, the only thing that was saved and salvaged was a little piece of Trudy's. I'm sure they get enough smoke damage that they might as well destroy that too. You know what I mean? Like, the entire structure was made out of wood. There's one piece of cement structure that we saw in that particular space. Yeah, let's go. Yeah. I'm looking at a couple of things, right? So we saw that. And when I saw this thing, I said, Muddos. I couldn't believe it. Now, I've been to Goldie. I used to go all the time, hang out, sit down there with Goldie, talk food. But I haven't been for a long time. I saw him the other day. He said, come. I said, Goldie, every time I come down there, he's be trying to feed me rum. I don't want no rum, Goldie. All right, Howard. All right. Just come hail me then. Come hail me. But I just didn't have a chance to go and hail him for a while. And especially when you're busy. And it really was an iconic location. I met some great people down there, right? I had friends and families that would come down. And I would take them there to go hail, Goldie. Have a little conch salad sometimes. Nice place to be able to get your conch fritters, conch salad, sit down, and just kind of chill. Menu and fish fry. It was a nice place. Nice place, man. Goldie had world-class things set up. He had a whole structure. He had everything proper. And to see it going like that. And then I would go sit down by Eddie. Just maybe a few stalls north. Maybe 2 stalls north. Right? A stall and a half or so. I go sit there right there with Eddie. Right? And just sit down and talk with Eddie. And that's gone also. The silver lining of it all, I think, as I looked at it, is when the Prime Minister showed up. I feel like people understood. And listen, I don't want to make this about Brave Davis. I really don't. But I don't think we've seen a Prime Minister like Brave Davis since Lyndon Pinland. That people know within their soul of souls, Brave never has come with his hands swinging. I lie? Talk to me, somebody. Listen to me. I just want to say this to you. You could call me a liar and then call on the phone or text, whatever you want to do. Every time Brave Davis show up, he never come with his hands swinging. There's some prime ministers who will feed you a bag of words and promises. Yes. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. We're going to do the next thing. Yeah. We're going to take care of that. Yeah. And when they come, nothing never happen. And they never bring nothing. When Lyndon Pinland come, you know he can take care of these things. You know he can do this and do this. Not so much here with Ingram. Not so much. Not that he doesn't have the capacity and the power, the capability. He doesn't do that. Not in that particular manner. And he can take you through formality. You can get it. he can take you through full auditing. You can get it now, but you're not going to get it just like a casual thank you, sir. No, it's not going to be from him to you. It's going to be, hey, listen, there is a division that you can go through, that you can go to, that you can get this, that you can get that. Go check him out. Perry Gladstone Christie. I never really experienced him like that to say anything. I don't know. I know one thing. There are many a story that I heard that said to me, Perry send me to brief. Oh, Jesus, I can't get no amen. And Hubert Alexander Minnis. Hubert Alexander Minnis is where you put more. That's what the old people say. That's where you put more. No, you go to Brave. Listen, the woman was crying. I watching the thing, you know. Brave put his hand around her shoulder. I know what Brave say yet. I see the woman's spirit jump. I said, Jesus. You straight. You might not know building for Christmas, but you know you straight. I see the woman's spirit jump. I watching her, you know. See? Brave show up. Huh? How is it that you know that this prime minister can do it for you? How? How is it that you know? I don't know. How is it that you know? That if he show up, he never show up with his hand swinging. That's a heavy thing. Let's watch a little piece of this thing here from what was happening over at Arawaki over the weekend. So let's check it out.
Topping the weekend edition. Parts of Arawaki Strip flattened after a fire ripped through a number of businesses, leaving owners speechless. Our Jose Etienne was on the ground earlier as firefighters wrestle with the flames. He has more in tonight's top story.
A chilling drone shot capturing billows of smoke and a wall of fire tearing through an Arawaki Strip. 6 businesses razed and 2 others damaged. The blaze erupted Sunday morning at the popular tourism hub, sending bystanders into panic as flames fed off nearby gas tanks, triggering explosive bursts that sent crowds running. Eyewitness News understands Red Snapper, Goldie's, Brother Eddie's, Muster Point Bar, On the Edge, and Rake and Scrape Bahamian Cuisine are among the businesses impacted. And to put the destruction into perspective,
Rake and Scrape, that is about $150,000. When we get to Kirkwood Evans, the famous Goldie, what has just expanded, we're looking at maybe $1.5 million. Eddie Dumas in another $300,000. Me, well, I'm in the $300,000 as well.
That's Arawaki Association President Rodney Russell and owner of Red Snapper. It's also a devastating reality for Kirkland Evans and Kenya Mitchell, who managed Goldies alongside their father. Prime Minister Philip Davis stood with them on site, comforting the family as they watched years of work turn to ash within hours.
We started off at one table, and if we have to do that again, we will do that again, and we will rebuild. All I ask of Bahamian people is for us to come together and for us to continue to support us.
As you can see, firefighters still doing their best to extinguish a blaze that obliterated the site and burned several businesses down to the ground. What's left is rubble, ruin, and remnants of livelihoods lost. Right behind me is where Goldie stood as a staple for nearly 4 decades. Its operators say they were looking forward to a lucrative day, and then the fire happened.
Sunday is one of our busiest days, so you can imagine.
Prime Minister Davis calling the fire a tragedy, striking at the heart of fish fry and a critical blow to the tourism economy. But he's assuring operators that they will not be left to fend for themselves.
We'll be meeting with the owners affected by the fire sometime early tomorrow morning. We'll try to start cleaning up right away. We'll bring some assistance.
And while the loss is crushing, the governing PLP's candidate for Fort Charlotte, Sebastian, whose constituency includes Arawaki, says there is a silver lining.
We're going to now have a blank sheet of paper, especially for this area, potentially build this thing back better than it was before.
The FNM's candidate, Travis Robinson, also visiting the scene, pledging support and raising concerns about building codes.
This obviously caused us to revisit our laws and policies that govern areas like Fish Fry in terms of the building code.
Meanwhile, it was an arduous task for more than a dozen firefighters who spent hours battling the blaze.
And I must commend my officers for doing an excellent job. We may have lost some, but we didn't lose all. That's a good thing.
Authorities say investigations into the cause of the fire are now underway. Jose Etienne, Eyewitness News.
Shouts out to Jose Etienne. Shouts out to Eyewitness News. Laurencia. I want to be able to thank you guys for allowing me to steal your stuff and play it out here. Yeah, we're gonna see if we could be able to be in like an official kind of offshoot for you guys, so we can capture stuff and everything that you're doing. I can ask. I can see if I can ask, right? But we're looking at it, and we smile through our pain. We smile through these particular things because we know our culture, right? I can't remember the gentleman's name who is the head of the Fish Fry Association and also the owner at Red Snapper, right? Red Snapper going, he says, well, you know, I in the $300,000 range. I smiled. I thought he's going to be in 1.5 also. I just... I ain't messing with you, sir. Just calm down, okay? Don't cuss me out, right? No, but it's a wonderful thing to be able to see people come together, and in the midst of trials and tribulation, that you could be able to see at least a crack, a smile, and some alleviation to know that the Prime Minister, and this is crazy. I just want to say this to you. I just want to be honest from my heart to your ears, to your heart. I want to say this to you. There's some prime ministers who could come around and would have jive our guts out. There's some prime ministers that would have come around and watched the whole straw market burn down. And yes, I just want to be decent. Years later. Now you look back now and say, well, this is nice. But the tribulation in the interim of the time that we had to wait for this is nice to be able to show up, is bananas. Yes. You understand? And so when I look at that and I see these particular things, I'm grateful. I really am. I'm grateful that people put that level of trust in our Prime Minister locally to believe that when he shows up, that he can make some things happen. I'm grateful for that. Congratulations to when I say congratulations, I don't know if that's an appropriate thing, but all those persons who were affected, I believe that you're going to be straight. And if you're not, we have a space here to be able for you to be able to relieve yourself of the burden of issue that you would have carried, and let's talk about it. But I believe that some things are going to happen, and I want to be able to say that we're thinking about you, and we're praying for you and praying for those particular families, and believing that everything is going to be done and done well and properly. And as we look at this, the Word of God comes to mind that speaks to us and says that money answereth all. You can fix this back. You can put a crew on this. You can make these particular things happen. Money answereth all. Just to be able to go back to that, I saw something pop up in my phone with Michael Alkides being able to talk more specifically. I think he was in the Tribune, being able to talk about those things. Just slide through the Tribune and see exactly what's what. Tributes tear down for the family and friends to remember. Let's check these. Royal Bahamas Defense Force, the Royal Bahamas Police Force were diverted to secure a standard container vessel. We're going to talk more about that. Rosewood developer to file revised plan amid protest. We're going to be able to look at that. Foul play not expected by police after man's body was found on Linda Key. This is the Tribune newspaper that we're looking at. Just being able to identify these things, everybody hugging and being able to embrace each other and seeing exactly what's what. I don't know what I'm going to do now, says a tearful worker She's trying to be able to find some place to kind of get her things going on, but they can take care of you. Trust me, my dear, you're going to be okay. Okay? I think it's time for us to be able to walk in faith. These tragedies continue to be able to creep up on us without warning and kind of take us by surprise. Like I said to you, it was a Sunday morning, popped up early. I was doing my thing and just kind of working. My telephone was not with me. You hear me? I was outside my house. I was just all the grass and cutting everything that I cleaned. I just was fixing up some stuff, dealing with my dogs. I was busy all morning from 6 a.m. in the morning. I was outside. Right? Old people say water in your bed, you can't sleep. Let me tell you what happened. My daughter has this thing. My little baby girl, she's 3 years old. As I tell you, I'm exhausted. She jumps in my bed in the night. Okay? She jumps in my bed in the night and then she's lay on my back and lay on top of my head, and I feel break right up with it. My body's supposed to be sleeping, resting, trying to be able to rejuvenate myself. This little girl laying all over me in the middle of the night. And she's been doing that, and I keep trying to tell her, baby, don't stay in your own bed. Right? And she just comes and just jumps on my bed. Anyway, nonetheless, I've been up from early, did not get my phone, didn't touch my telephone until around 10:30, 11 o'clock, something like that. Listen to me. Sunday morning, I even bathed my dogs. 2 dogs. I washed them, scrubbed them down. I was busy all morning Sunday. And when I saw this, I said, what the hell is this? I normally have my phone with me. All notifications, all info. I said, what the hell is this? I said, baby doll, you want to see this? My wife. She was busy also. Sleeping. She was busy sleeping, right? And we saw this and I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. And so we continue to be able to pray for y'all, man. I'm telling you the truth. We're praying for y'all, and we're praying that we're praying that we can be able to take these things, take care of these things. There is something that I want to be able to talk about and trying to find out from you also as it relates to insurance, man. Are you insured? Is that space insured? Are the buildings insured? Do they have that kind of insurance? This can lead into a lot of things. Were people paying NIB when these people go get their 13-week unemployment, whatever they have to get? Have you been paying those NIB contributions? I tell you, every time tragedy comes, it only unearths a sense of inconsistency that you've been living in excuse me, for a while. Anytime you see tragedy, it unearths something that existed there prior, some infraction that existed in this particular space. Tragedy don't just necessarily come and pull. It comes and reveals in a great deal of things. And a lot of the time, in the decorum that we have in our society, we prefer not to say. So if a man was cheating on his wife, whatever the case may be, and he find himself at a demise in a peculiar position, that ain't something that no one would mention. You understand what I'm saying? There are many stories that we heard. Oh, this one was riding in the car with his sweetheart and died. This one get accident with his sweetheart and boom, 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 boom. We heard these stories. Oh, you wouldn't believe that he gone to Miami with a man and they died. And tragedy reveals infractions that you would have carried with you for a long time. Not the tragedy, not that this always happens, but I'm saying to you that it happens and it unearths something. What is in the dark will come out to the light. And I don't care what no one say. People never like to put spirituality on things. They believe that this happened because of some science. Well, what happened is that technically what happened is, they won't be able to hit you with the technicality and what you could perceive with your eyes, not knowing the pact that was made, the covenant that was made, the infractions that existed here that propelled you to a position to be able to get your penance. These things happen in this life. And so these kind of stories, I'm hoping that everybody was on the up and up. I'm hoping everything was taken care of. And I'm hoping that this doesn't unveil and reveal another level of what has been happening in this country. I'm hoping that it doesn't. When we get back, guys, we want to talk a little taste about what's happening with the by-election. Today is advanced voting day, advanced polling day. So we're going to look at those particular things, look at those numbers, and we can have a good conversation about that when we get back after this.
Oh, come slop. Come get some of this. Kick the rhythm. I've been waiting for so long. Yeah, I've been waiting a long time.
This song is dedicated to all who was in love, but who hate to remember.
Straighten up and fly right. If you don't want me and you to fight, straighten up and fly right. Oh, I am getting out of here tonight.
Yeah, you take me from my mother's home. I was young and innocent, sweet as a plum, sweet as a plum. But look what you gon' do to me, make me lose my sanity. Oh, you no good bum, you dirty no good bum. You better straighten up
and fly right. If you don't want me and you to fight, straighten up and fly right. Oh, I am getting out of here tonight.
You say you got plenty money and you did want spend it for the love of me, for the love of me. It turns out you's a cheapskate and the bills they must wait on my salary, my measly salary. You better straighten up and fly right. If you don't want me and you to fight, straighten up and fly right. Oh, I am getting out of here tonight. And you buy one old jalopy and you say it gotta do for the two a week, for the two a week. But you go about your business and you leave me stranded to catch the jitney or use my tired feet. You better straighten up and fly right. If you don't want me and you to fight, straighten up and fly right. Oh, I am getting out of here tonight. When we did get married, we gon' tell the preacher, till death do us part, till death do us part. Go see the undertaker, I'll go see the lawyer. Let's compare the cost, coffin or divorce. You better straighten up and fly right. If you don't want me and you to fight, straighten up.
Honey, where you good?
And fly
Just
right.
come home. Are you good out already? I need you to take me to the food store, you know.
You better straighten
What you mean I ain't take you to the food store and I didn't give you the $10?
If
How much you think $10 can buy anything? The last time you took me to the food store.
Woman, that's $10 you want, man. That be crazy. You crazy. I've been working all week. I come home, I give you $10. I put on a couple of pieces of clothes. I go, now you talking about I ain't carry the food. So you
I know where you're going. You got all that water.
Woman, I gone.
Come back here, boy.
Now look, stop pulling on my clothes. Stop pulling on my clothes, I say stop pulling on my clothes. You can afford to go tell your man, come on, I'll beat them up too. You think I'm joking?
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, here live, being able to jam and talk to you about what's happening in the country right now and being able to identify these things. I listened to my good friend Adrian Francis today, and Adrian started throwing out some wild numbers. I tell you, everybody's numbers coming from. Everybody's numbers. I think that the COI can get 600 votes. Adrian, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? I got all of the numbers in front of me. Historically, we can be able to identify these particular things, right? Historically, we can look at the numbers that existed in these particular spaces. Guys, I want you to be able to join in the conversation with me today. We're going to be talking a little bit of numbers and then possibly being able to do a sort of a projection, not a prediction. I'm not here trying to be Miss Cleo. Now. Call me now, babies. I'm not Miss Cleo. I'm not going to make no predictions on these things, but we can make a projection based upon what we've seen and identified over the course of time. Okay, 2002. 2002, in the constituency of Golden Isles, 4,001 person was registered. 2007, 2007, less people was registered in the constituency, with 3,961 registered voters. 2012, 4,814 persons casted their vote in the constituency. It didn't tell me how many persons were registered in the constituency. 2017, 6,004 people. 6,004 people were registered and casted their vote in the constituency. Right? In 2021, for the constituency of Golden Isles, 7,391 persons were registered. And in 2021, 4,909 people voted. 7,391 people were registered. 4,909 people voted. 2,482 people did not cast a vote at all. 66% of persons voted in the constituency in 2021. As a result of that, the victory that we see for Vaughn Miller under the PLP was 2,041. Vaughn Miller would have lost ground when he stepped over the threshold back to the PLP by nearly 1,100. Yeah. 1,103 votes. 1,103 votes. He fell off by 1,103 votes in just 5 years. But he stepped over to another constituency. The F&M candidate in that particular constituency, let's look at that. Let's look. The F&M candidate in that constituency, Brian Brown, got 1,864 votes for the Free National Movement. 1,864 votes for the Free National Movement. Now, we can just do simple maths. Brian Brown in 2021 got 1,864 votes. Vaughn Miller in the same constituency 5 years before got 3,374 votes. $1,510. Brian Brown lost ground for 1,510 voters for the Free National Movement. Let's be very clear. The Free National Movement lost significant ground. Now, if we look at the comparison in that specific year, 2,471 minus 1,864 607. 607 votes. Right? 607 votes. He beat him by. The candidate for the COI got 346 votes in 2021. The candidate for the DNA got 544 votes in 2017. They reduced their votes. Hold on now, we're just looking at these things. 544 persons voted, 10 persons voted for independent, another 10 persons voted for Darvin Russell. So that's 28. So 592 people for 3 independent candidates and get 600 votes. 3 independent candidates together, you squeeze them together, they ain't get their money back. 3, all 3 of them squished together, ain't get their money back. Now we're looking at this and we come back to 2021. I just trying to make a little sense of this. We come back to 2021, the GCP got 17 votes. The COI got 346 votes. The UCP, which was Karen Shepherd, got 53 votes. Alexander Kemp Sr. got 32 votes. The DNA, which was Antoinette Ferguson, got 126 votes. Let's add this up. We got to make sense of this because these numbers that y'all just throwing around here is bananas. It's absolutely bananas. I might as well tell you the truth. I don't understand where it's coming from. I don't know whether or not there's a level of emotion that we're putting into it. I don't know whether we are incorporating our feelings in it. I feel like I believe into these things and we're not looking at the historical value and the data that existed prior. Okay? Over the course of 2 general elections, every independent candidate over the course of 3 general elections, every independent candidate was not able to, if you push them together, if you squeeze them together and chuck them down in a box like Jack in the Box, they didn't get 600 votes. They didn't get 600 votes in 21, in 17. Now let's look at 12. 12 was a big year for the DNA. 12 was a big year for the DNA. A big year. Now let's look at 12. Golden Isles in the constituency of Golden Isles constituency, Charles Maynard, 1,813 votes. Michael Alcides, 2,220 votes. Farrell Golf, 581 votes. No other independent candidates, nobody else ran. Over the course of 3 general elections, no independent candidates in the constituency of Golden Isles collectively was able to capture 600 votes. But today, I gotta call this man. Today, my good friend Adrian Francis say he expect Brian Roll, there's too much Brian Roll to get 600 votes. Where has the appetite, the desire for instant gratification and the apathy, the rejection of this particular government more specifically arised from. You didn't get it when you hate Menace. You didn't get it when Ingram was turning all the roads left, right, and center, and people lose their business and all these things like that. You didn't get it when Prime Minister Brave Davis put all the proverbial eggs in one basket in Bahama. You didn't get it. You didn't get it. The F&M got a hell of a lot of votes in when Vaughan first won. About 10 years ago. The F&M as an organization in 2017, coming off of that, the heels of what was a disastrous, from this point of perception, it was a disastrous run between 2012 and 2017. I don't know who this is. Every time I try to answer this, you all keep hanging up. Right? It's Tricks Are for Kids, Silly Rabbit. You need to stop. You need to stop. Okay? It's very childish. It's silly. When I answer it, they're gonna ask me, your fridge running? You need to go catch it. Ah! That's just smart, childish. You need to calm down. You need to calm down. If you can call, let's have a conversation. Or stop playing. Go find somebody to play with. Anyway, let's have a clear conversation about these things. In 2017, when the Free National Movement, when the PRP had put all their eggs in the proverbial basket, trying to make sure that Sarkis's meridian was straight, and then they wasn't straight, and then trying to make sure that somebody get it and didn't leave China Construction America in this kind of a position where we have this big, empty, concrete city in the middle of Nassau, and no one dealing with the project. The government of the Bahamas ensured that the project was complete. And so they put all their efforts and energy to ensure that that project was complete. We'd already heard the stories. We already identified these particular things that, China don't have a problem turning their back on this $3-something billion. That's okay. Don't worry about that. That's light work. We can find that. Boom. And they could just leave that alone. Right? But they found themselves in the position of being able to pump all their energies and efforts into this and ignoring a great deal of things that was happening from an external standpoint. They put so much effort and energy into this. They liquidate, they stop this, they do this, they do that, they infraction, they was back in court. It was 2012 to 17. It was tumultuous for the PRP. And more specifically, the leadership of Perry Gladstone Christie. And as a result of that, you find yourself in this kind of position where we are being able to identify some stuff. When they went against Perry Gladstone Christie and the apathy for Perry Gladstone, this sort of a disgust, quote unquote, for the government of the day during this particular time, it was just the leadership of the day. They wanted to get rid of Perry Gladstone Christie. Centerville showed us that. They did everything, right? Everyone was on one accord in this country. We got to get rid of Perry Gladstone Christie. Centerville led the way. Well, actually, Centerville was the anchor leg, and they got rid of Perry Gladstone Christie. Because, or whatever, I thought it was poor, by the way. I just thought it was poor. I thought that, to use his words, it was an unceremonious discharge. I thought it was a poor thing. Not on behalf of the Bahamian people who were frustrated, on behalf of the government and his vision to not being able to read the room. He should have been able to read the room. He should have read the room from the last time. Praise God, but he didn't. Okay? And so this crying position, this position that placed them out here, this screeching position that said to them, we got to get rid of Perry Gladstone Christie. Golden Isle showed up and did their part. And they voted in major numbers. Major numbers. They beat this thing. They beat the PLP's Michael Halkitis, who just won handsomely the year before by 200 or 300 or so, maybe more. They beat him by almost 1,000 and some. Actually, more than that. 1,327. Beat him, whoop him. And that wasn't Michael Halkitis' fault, per se. That wasn't for him. That was for Perry Gladstone Christie. That's how much they showed up and showed out in major numbers for the Free National Movement in the constituency of Golden Isles in 2017 and unanimously voted Vaughn Miller in at 3,374 votes. In that election, the independent candidates collectively, including Stephen Greenslade. Stephen Greenslade got 544 votes. Okay? 544 votes. This is actually Stephen Greenslade was an anomaly because he was a man of means, a man of action, and a man who was known to the community. He was a go-getter. He went after these 544 votes. But if you look at these particular, at the layout of this, 544 votes, 10 votes for another independent, 28 votes, 592 votes collectively for independents. Collectively. The constituency has never shown an appetite for independence. The last go round in 2020, the last go round in 2021, Don Hillary King, 346 votes for the COI. The DNA's candidate, Antoinette Ferguson, 126. My point to you is that where do we see these votes coming from any of them? If we look at West Grand Bahama and Bimini and the relentless push that was happening in that particular constituency by... I just got to put my paper for you because I need you to understand that this, I'm pulling these numbers out of my rectum, out of my, you understand what I'm saying? I just want to be real. I want to be real with you. I'm pulling these out from behind me. I want you to understand that these are real numbers. This is information that came from the Parliamentary Registration Department. This is certified information. This is information that exists in these particular things. And if you look at this, you'd have to be able to make a determination of the numbers that exist in these and the appetite that exists in here. There's no appetite for these things. My wife does get cases of lobster. Her daddy is Senate from the family in Mangrove Key. Then he's called me and said, Howard, what you want? I know you don't like lobster. I can send some hogfish for you. I can send some grouper. All right, now we talking. I never had appetite for lobster. The things make me nauseous. I cannot eat the thing. The thing makes me nauseous. Every time I eat it, I hate. If I smell it, my stomach hurts. I literally cannot, for I know myself, cannot eat that. I won't say mess. It is mess. Maybe not to you. You already eating surf and turf and the whole thing. You like, roach of the sea. You like that. You like the roach of the sea. Praise Jesus for you. You eat your roach of the sea. I don't want that. I've never had an appetite for that. I don't know why you think that another year would come and then all of a sudden Howard this year is going to have an appetite for lobster. I haven't eaten it all this time. Why am I going to be able to shift my desire at this particular time? I do not see my guy getting over what Stephen Greenslade was able to do. And if he gets over that, the F&M got to be scared, that's one. And the PLP got to be scared. Because it spells a significant disdain that exists in your constituency for the government of the day. And I don't think that is what I'm seeing on the ground. I cannot deduce, identify, and assess the fact that we'll be able to see those things at the ground. Now, I do believe that this is going to be a challenge. The advance polls today, by the end of the day, and you understand, well, how did people know who vote what? Yeah, because people just come out. If you've never worked, and I keep telling people, if you've never worked a constituency, if you don't know about politics, or you just have a conversation, you know about that, you need to go and work a constituency. I'm not talking about sitting under the tent. I'm talking about working the constituency. I'm talking about being able to sit in the office. I'm talking about taking names. I'm talking about understanding the registration, understanding when persons are registered, where the persons are in this particular constituency, understanding the culture and the nature of how things are run in this constituency. People just be talking about these things and don't understand. I hear some talk show hosts before. Never work a campaign ever. Never walk on the ground with these people ever. They all here talking like they know. You ever do this before? I never do this before. Well, what the hell are you talking about? How you could say this? You don't know. You don't know. You don't know. I don't know. I look at that. Listen, you don't know how this go. You don't know how this go. You don't know how this go. You having this in-depth conversation about how these things are ran. Get out there. Adrian Francis knows how this is go. He worked in many a campaign. And in the midst of all of that, I can call Adrian. Now he's called me live on his show. I can call Adrian. And we're going to have a live conversation very quickly. I think he's outside over there by where the place is. He's outside by the by-election right now. Let's take a quick break, guys. I can call Adrian right now.
When she go to comb, she hair, she need to use a rake. She feed the sheep and she milk the goat. She pull the cow, yes she pull the boat. She's from the island, she's my friend, she's my pal. What more do I need than my hard heel gal, my hard heel gal, hard heel gal, hard heel gal. My hard heel gal. Give me. Oh yeah. Mash it. You call her bitter, I say she's sweet. You call her buck-tooth, I love her teeth. You say she's skin rough, but she work out in the yard. You call she greasy, but I love the smell of lard. You say she ain't cultured and doesn't dress well. So what if she walk bare feet and broke a conch shell? If that's how you feel, see, that's your business, pal. But to me, she'll always be my hard heel gal, my hard heel gal, my hard heel gal. My hard heel gal, hard heel gal. Hey, give me, lick that Constantina, come. This guy she roach, beat the hog, it's your best clothes, you see. Beat the yard, take the hook. Still come out smelling like a she may not be pretty, but see, pretty don't cut it bad. She's got all I need. She's my hard heel gal. Oh, you love her, my island gal. to grass, a monkey bite. Daddy say she dead. When we reach home, she riding like a rodeo. Oh, this girl got no power, it's on no condo. So all you girls in town, stay there acting cute. These hard-eared girls, them sweet like juicy fruit. You can always spot them walking anywhere. They either got their hair in one or they shoe heel them. My high heel girl, wow. My high heel girl, my high heel girl, my high heel girl, my high heel girl, oh, high heel girl, my high heel girl, my high heel girl, yes, my high heel girl, my high heel girl, my high heel girl, oh, oh, my high heel girl, my high heel girl, my high heel girl, oh, hey, oh, come on, my high heel girl, say she's my girl, high heel girl, oh.
I can't get Adrian, man. I don't know. He must be wrapped up and listening to all these people jump up and down and whatnot. I called him on all his phone, and he's not answering this phone, right? But I'm interested. I'm interested in being able to see these particular things and really have a conversation with you to find out whether or not your thinking is along the same course, the same path, right? I'm texting him right now. Adrian, what's up? We're talking on you about you on the show today. Just trying to figure out where you got these numbers from for Brian Rose. 600 votes? 600? That's peculiar. Give me a call when you get a chance. We're out here, 827-0111, 827-0111. We're on live right now, so hit me up. And we can talk about these things because I don't understand. 600 for Brian. Well, I like Brian, you know. At the height of what the COI was doing in West Grand Bahama, at the height of it, at the pinnacle of it, when the potential for those persons who desire to be able to be change agents in this country had kicked over from potential with that jolt from Lincoln Bean to kick it into a space of kinetic energy. Come talk to me. When that happened and that turnover happened in this particular space, Lincoln Bean and 8 Mile got 307 votes. Now, there could be an argument made for the fact that if he had allowed Stephon to run, Stephon would have been able to capture a different vote. The dynamics on the Family Islands are different than the dynamics that exist in the city of Nassau. And so I don't disbelieve that Stephon may have fared well, but he wasn't going to get no more than that. There's too much time. Listen to me. Y'all don't know. Listen. If you don't know Family Island politics, you're out here just, you're imagining things. If you don't know Family Island politics, if you don't know the politics that exist in here, the politics that requires you to be a part of the community, and when you've been a part of the community for a long time and they dislike you or they're looking for a reason to pull you down, they just go to your roots. And a lot of the roots in 8 Mile Rock, Haitian, Turks Island. If you're not a native in this particular space, you're going to have some challenges. It's not going to be impossible, but it's going to be challenging. It's going to be challenging for you to be able to see that. Lincoln Bain, as an outsider, went into 8 Mile Rock with the expectation that he could be able to garner, because the kinetic energy had already, the potential energy had already shifted, and there was this movement happening for the COI. Tennille Burrows was down there. She got 4 votes. I don't even know who those 4 people is. 4 votes. 4 votes. She spent $100 a vote. 4 votes. Some she got at Abe Maroc. Daquan Swain, he got 28 votes. And he promised that the FNM should have made him the candidate. 28 votes. And I don't know how Omar can do any better than you, Daquan. I don't. Omar's on the FNM ticket. The FNM got beat by almost 1,000 in the by-election. The same kind of an idea about voter apathy, and they ain't get like this and they ain't get like that, or they cheat, or they were saying, oh, maybe you ought to do. Oh, listen, the PLP got Kingsley Smith 2,150 votes. Ricardo Grant 1,276 votes. Not even 2,000 votes, not even 1,500 votes, not even 1,800 votes. 3,765 people voted. And 6,076 people were registered to vote. We're going somewhere with this, man. I need you to understand something. I gave you the analogy. There's nothing in this life that would ever cause me to have an appetite to eat lobster. I got to be a damn Lutheran adventurer and be lost at sea and locked in Preacher's Cave to be eating conch and lobster? Jesus, that got to be for survival. I can die. You sure I can die? I don't feel like I can die. Howard, eat the lobster. I might eat the lobster back and all at that point. Howard, you lost 190 pounds in 6 weeks. Eat the lobster. Man, you know, I don't think I want to die. Let's eat the lobster. There is nothing going to shift my appetite and desire as it relates to what I consume on a regular basis. Not in a regular environment, not in an accessible environment, not in an environment that, the culture and the traditions that exist here, and we continue to be able to do like this. There's nothing going to stop me to be able to shift my course of action and my thinking, and all of a sudden today, I got to vote independent. The environment showed you more specifically that they hated Perry Gladstone Christie in 2012. And in 2021, the environment showed you that there was a disregard. There was this sort of a disregard. They didn't have this kind of a, in 2021. They showed you after they'd already complained, they complained the first 2.5 years. They gave Vaughn Miller a little honeymoon period. Give him a little honeymoon. They didn't fight him. They gave him some time. He got in October, they smiled, they had a good time, they let him slide through Christmas, they didn't say nothing. This is second time around. Second time around. They let him slide through Christmas, they didn't say nothing to him. January, February, March, April came, they didn't say nothing to him. May, June, now this is a man that he wasn't brand new. He was just on another ticket. He became a minister in the government of the Bahamas. And so there was this expectation that, okay, maybe now he could get something done. They didn't say nothing to this man. Christmas time. They let him celebrate with his family. He smiled up. They had a good time. Enjoyed themselves. They did whatever they had to do. They kept moving. By the time he hit February, March, April, they started, hold on, this fella ain't doing nothing. The government budget about to come out in a minute. They waited to see exactly what's going to happen. A whole year passed, nothing happened. Another year passed. They still disappointed in him. Now, what was patience became disgust. But these are the same people who was just talking bad about him from 2012 when he won. From 2017, I'm sorry, when he won. These are the same people, you know. Listen, don't trip. These are the same people. The same people who gave him a landslide victory, walking in with the greatest degree of comfort. He could roll in long ways, prostrate, roll in, and he didn't touch no wall. That's the level of comfort that he was in. The second time, it was a little tighter, but he got in. The people knew him from the first time. They was complaining about him. The second time, it's the same man on a PLP ticket now. He come from Deuce to Trace. Same man. They was complaining about him when he was Deuce. Now he's Trace as a minister, and they gave him some grace and saw nothing. And they voted for him. They put him in. Brian Brown, who was in the constituency forever and a day, based upon what I read, 23 years. Based upon some conversation, this man come in this constituency like he know everybody and everything. Talking to people. They said, well, Howard, I didn't like him and he come in the constituency, you know. He didn't like, he was just, like he was trying to take over the constituency. But he was persistent. Okay, no problem. Excellent. Excellent. As a general. Excellent. You put the general up against the victor that he just was able to get that victory for. And you put the general up, the kingmaker against the king. Kingmaker gets slayed. Bang! Now the proverbial political king in that particular constituency has traveled on. It's gone on to glory. And you bring someone else there. And you believe that because they don't see a king or a former king, and they still know Brian Brown as a general, that the FNM needs to watch out because Brian Roll is going to be able to capture 600 votes. How? From where? What appetite has and if he captures 600 votes, the PLP better be scared of the general election. If he captures 600 votes, the PLP can be scared of the general election. They have to be scared at the general election. Because it says other constituencies like Bamboo Town, who always identify independent votes and provide opportunities like that, you got to be scared about that. The PLP may not necessarily have to be scared. Patricia, she might be in a good position if she's going to retain that particular position. However, if they put Dwayne Sands down there, gone. All this is just science and information, you know. All this is science. That's all this is. All this is science. That's all this is. This ain't nothing, there's no complexity to this, nothing big and nothing strange, nothing hard, nothing complex, nothing. All this is just basic mathematics, science. Look at it. What did you do last time when you was here? What numbers did you get the last time you was here? Collectively, how much money, what was the numbers that you got in these particular spaces? Let me see if I can read a text. Somebody sent me a text just now. It says, good afternoon again, Howard. I want to be able to say this to you. Good afternoon, Howard. The Golden Isles by-election is between the FNM and the PLP, but the FNM might be a winner because Brian Brown has been in the area almost 10 years. Here's another thing. When Vaughn Miller was elected from the FNM candidate, he got 3,300 votes. We just talked about how much Vaughn Miller got. Was it three? I don't think it was 3,300. It was 3,374. Anyway, let's go. 3,300 votes. Vaughn Miller switched to the PLP in 2021. Vaughn got elected 2,400 votes. So there's 2,800 eligible voters in Golden Isles. Brian Brown might get 1,400 votes, 1,400 of those voters. Darren Pickstock might get 1,100. What kind of maths you doing? Jesus, let's go into maths. Let's go into maths. Vaughn get 3,300 for the sake of this conversation. Vaughn get 3,300 votes in 17. He come back in 21, get 2,400 votes for the sake of this conversation. You get 3,300. You come back, you get 24. That's what? 33 minus 1,000, 23. All right? Let's be clear about this. 33 minus 1,000, 23. You get 900. There's a 900 polling difference. It's 900. You put 18, 2,800. Call me and explain that to me, please. Where we get these extra numbers from? Brian Rule might get 200 votes. Karen Butler might get 100 votes. Karen Butler's not going to get 100 votes. All right. Karen Shepherd, in that constituency, she ran in 2021 and got 53 votes. She is just like Karen Butler, an F&M. She has been given an opportunity with the F&M before. Karen Shepherd, she's known, she's articulate, she's insightful. She's just been trying to be able to get the nomination in the constituency of Southern Shores for the Free National Movement. She ran independent for the UCP, rather, in that particular constituency. She got 53 votes. One woman. Another person who ran independent, Kemp Alexander, obviously, he must be from the area. He got 32 votes. When people decide to vote independent, this is not as a result of their inclination to vote independent. More than likely, more often than not, this is because of relationship. When you see a larger number, if you see 300 persons moving, this is because of relationship and the affection that they have for that organization. When you see the DNA came out, the DNA was a provocative organization, provoking the hearts of the Bahamian people to consider something different. The DNA gave you the provocation to be able to think outside of the box and make a decision to be able to move in a different direction. It was able to capture 13% of the vote across the country. And Granville McCartney's desire on one side of his mouth, because I always tell Brand this, on one side, I won't be prime minister, but the true thing in my heart of hearts, because hindsight being 2020, I had time to think about this. Granville McCartney's desire was to get rid of Papa. Oh, Jesus. To send him into retirement. In my view, Granville McCartney won the general election. Yeah, because his objective wasn't your objective. He tell you he want to be prime minister, which was a great thing, but we got to get rid of Papa. And I didn't know I was on the train to help Papa get out of there. But I threw a blow for him. Nico beat me, but my 300 and something votes. I was a part of this. And so we identify these particular things. We don't see the appetite. We don't see the historic trend. We don't see the direction that these particular things are going in. We're identifying historic value that's associated with these particular persons, and we're going to make a determination next week, Tuesday, God spare our life. We're going to be right here having a conversation with you about who won and who didn't win. And we're going to look at those numbers and we're going to dissect them. And we're going to dissect it with this kind of a emotional something. Listen to me. I feel sexy like surf and turf and champagne some days. I feel like money. When I get to the store or the place, I just want just me a little bit of a nice Cabernet Sauvignon, right? Give me a little Cabernet Sauvignon. It's nothing too dry. Make it something nice. And then give me a piece of prime steak or something like that. I want it medium well. I don't care how much I feel like money today. I don't care how victorious I would have felt in whatever capacity I was. I don't care the celebration that exists in this particular space. I don't care if it is the moment to eat lobster. I ain't eating that. Don't run with your feelings, sir. Let's run with the rhythm of the culture that exists prior. Let's run with what we've seen on the paper prior. Don't give me your emotional input and data and information. Give me an assessment of what's happening in this particular capacity. So we look at it. And I want to be able to be very clear with you. I do not believe that this is going to be a close race. I do not believe that this is going to be like a blowout. I don't believe. I think I was listening to Adrian, and Adrian said that he was speaking with some fellas, and the fellas say, no, man, this fella got to have a handsome victory, man. You got to be able to get blown out by, Darren got to be able to blow this fella out by at least 1,500 votes. If he blow him out by 1,500 votes, that's a hatred for the Free National Movement. That's a disgust that they have for the Free National Movement. And that is a referendum on the leadership of Michael Clifton Pintard. Because the closest we would have seen for disdain and this sort of rejection of the leadership in our country was in 2012 to 17. By the time 17 came around, the country had made a decision that we got to be rid of Perry Gladstone Christie. At that juncture, at the precipice of that particular event that happened, 3,374 votes, capturing 56% of the voters, 6,004 people voted. I tell you, whenever it's a higher voter turnout, the F&M bodes well. And this was for the F&M. 6,004 people vote. Vaughn Miller captured 3,374. 56% of the voters Vaughn Miller was able to capture because of this disdain and this kind of rejection of the Christie administration, and more specifically Perry Gladstone Christie. You could see that in Centerville. You could see that with Michael Alcides, who was an excellent member of parliament. He should have been able to capture something. Jesus. You understand? We could be able to see this and nothing. We lost good ministers. We lost good people who was capable of being able to do some stuff, and the PLP was out. It was out. The next year, you didn't see that kind of numbers. The next year, it's 2021. Minutes then had us locked down. You then had earthquake, hurricane, tsunami, salami, everything. We was in our house. We gained 150,000 pounds. We out there. We do all these things like that. Yeah, come on. We and you still ain't blow the man out the water. You tell him go home, and you try to be nice about it, but you ain't blow him out the water like you did Perry Christie. So what's going on? What are we truly saying as we look at this? To wrap up this thing, I believe 153. I believe that just as I see it, and projection based upon what I'm seeing, based upon what's being spent on the ground, based upon the emphasis, based upon the crowd sizes, and being able to see the momentum that exists on one side or another, the PLP seems to be able to have a hand up over the Free National Movement. Based upon the indecision that came at the forefront, I agree with you, Adrian, as you said that. Based upon the indecision about the Free National Movement, based upon the fact that it is apparent that you did not have your finances together. And then we could see that the funds start to trickle in, but we do not see that kind of pronounced enthusiasm and excitement that you weren't able to sustain that enthusiasm and excitement for the organization. If I look at both candidates, I could say to you that Darren Pickstock, with his enthusiasm and his eager posture, may have just kind of a Freudian slip about some things, because I believe he's just enthusiastic and his zeal ran before him rather than being able to understand and prep himself as a statesman would. And then when you look at Brian Brown, we look at him and we see the language of a foreman. We see the language of a general and not the language of ownership, not the language of leadership. Yeah. He speaks in a language that is broad, that gives us clarity and understanding, and that he has emphasis. But this is the kind of conversation that we have with each other. As I sit on your couch, as I whisper to you at the food store of why you should make this decision to go with this guy. This is nothing that we say behind a microphone that amplifies our voice. And so both candidates stepped in some murky water. And with that being said, I believe that Darren Pickstock will come out the victor. I don't believe that it will be by much. I believe, based upon what I'm seeing in the environment, that you're going to have low voter turnout. I believe that. I believe that you're going to have low voter turnout. If you have low voter turnout and those voters commit themselves to the Progressive Liberal Party, boom. Darren Pickstock is going to find himself in the victorious position. And then this referendum on Michael Pintard and the referendum on, what's his name? Brian Brown will begin as the F&M has to now regroup and try to be able to reassure their lenders and those particular persons that invest into the organization that this won't happen again. This is the second time now. This is the second time. This is a risk that the Free National Movement has taken. This is a gamble. And so you hoping to hit the play 4, right? And you box 111. You box 1111. You didn't box that. That's how much you believe you got hit. The angel come give you the thing just like this. This is the number straight. And you put all your chickens on that. And if it doesn't hit, they're going to escort you out the casino, sir. They're going to escort you out of politics forever. And even your capacity as general may be revoked. Sometimes we have to know where we fit and play our role. Amen? Just want to be decent with that. I ain't trying to be an insulting thing. I'm simply saying, let's know our roles and be able to execute that thing accordingly. Well, that's your show today, guys. I want to thank you so kindly for being able to tune in tomorrow. We're going to have some more information about the by-election and some people who was out there, and they can be able to give us some more information as to exactly what's what. We can talk about these particular things. We can talk about some numbers. We're going to look at the election that's going to be next week. We are 6 days away from the by-election in the constituency of Golden Isles. Make sure you go pick up your realigner. It's all over the place now. It's all over the place. Your realigner is all over the place now. You can pick up the Realigner newspaper, guys. We want you to be able to participate with us and make some things happen. Realigner newspaper. We're going to see you guys tomorrow. God's Prayer Live right here on The Foundation.